What was the Holodomor and Stalin's role? Have you ever heard about a famine so severe that it changed the course of a nation? The Holodomor, which means death by hunger in Ukrainian, was a tragic event that took place in Ukraine from 1932 to 1933. This famine was not a natural disaster. It was a man-made catastrophe resulting from the policies of Joseph Stalin, who was the leader of the Soviet Union at that time. Stalin's policies aimed to consolidate his power and suppress any opposition. Ukraine was particularly targeted because it had strong nationalist sentiments that posed a threat to his rule. In the context of communism, Stalin wanted to transform the Soviet Union into a centralized and industrialized state. However, his methods often contradicted the core ideals of communism, which seeks to create a classless society where resources are shared based on need. One of the key actions Stalin took was the forced collectivization of agriculture. Farmers were compelled to give up their private land and livestock to join collective farms. This process was part of Stalin's broader plan to rapidly industrialize the Soviet Union. He aimed to use grain exports to fund this industrial development. However, the quotas set for grain production were unrealistically high. When farmers could not meet these targets, it led to widespread famine. As the famine spread, the Soviet government responded by confiscating grain and food supplies from Ukrainian farmers. This left many without enough food to survive. To make matters worse, Stalin's regime imposed strict travel restrictions. Farmers were not allowed to leave their villages to seek food elsewhere. This effectively trapped millions in areas where food was scarce. The Holodomor resulted in the deaths of millions of Ukrainians. Estimates of the death toll vary widely, but it is widely regarded as a genocide because it specifically targeted the Ukrainian nation. This event highlights the darker side of Stalinism, where the pursuit of communist ideals turned into a tool for political control and repression. In the broader context of communism, the Holodomor serves as a tragic example of how authoritarian interpretations can lead to devastating consequences. It illustrates the dangers of ignoring individual freedoms and human rights in the name of political ideology. The legacy of the Holodomor continues to be a painful chapter in Ukrainian history, reminding us of the impact of Stalin's policies on agriculture and society as a whole.